Great. Hi guys, it's a pleasure to be here, and I'm very excited. Um, I would say in 2017, my life has changed forever, and I've never thought that my life was going to change like that. Went home for the holidays.
It's
Usually, I'll go
oh,
home to bring presents for the kids in the orphanage that I serve in Haiti. Um, yeah, in 2017, on New Year's Eve, I went to the market. I went stuff to get a stuff for a party for the kids, and I got everything ready. And it was about 9 p.m. I was gonna be having the party for the kids, and as I was walking on my way to the orphanage, and I heard people making a commotion, and I thought that they were just having fun because it was going to be the New Year. And I saw a lady, and she was in a panic mode, and I said, "Hey, what's going on over there?" And she replied, "Oh, there is a baby in the garbage over there, and no one wanted to touch the baby." And I was shocked when she said
hmm.
that. And as I prone to curiosity, and I'm like, "Oh, I gotta see." And when I pushed through the crowd to get a closer look, and I saw a baby lied on a pile of trash, and there were about 20 to 20 or 30 people. They were just staring at the baby. They didn't want to do
Hmm.
anything about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Were they were people like having fun? Were they in like drinking and maybe they were like really
No,
confused by what was
no.
going on?
So what was going on is that, like, so when I got there, like, the reason why they didn't want to touch the baby, they thought the baby was cursed. They
Mm.
thought that if they touched the baby, something was gonna happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
They were so blinded by intensity of magic ritual, which is
Mm-hmm.
quite prevalent in Haiti, and they thought that if
Right.
they touched the baby, something bad was gonna happen to them. And
Wow.
so, to me, they saw a cursed baby, but me, I saw a precious living soul. So he was crying, and he was in excruciating pain, and I could feel the pain that he was feeling at the moment. And
Hmm.
my heart just broke seeing that. He was crying, and he was in agony, he was suffering and everything. So something deep inside of me said, "Jimmy, you gotta do something." You know, he had fire ants crawling all over him. He had no
Mm.
clothes on, so it was so sad to see. And oh yeah, I reached out and picked him up, and people were
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah.
Wow. What were their reactions? Were people telling you not to do this, or?
Oh yeah, they were like, "Oh, Jimmy, are you crazy? Are
Hmm.
you out of your mind? Like, there have been people here that saw the baby, they didn't want to do anything about it, and you gonna do something about it?" Oh man, they were shocked, really,
Hmm.
seeing
Wow.
me pick up the baby.
Wow.
So what do you do next? How do you find out like how the condition of the baby and health wise?
So what I did was I took him. I went to my mom's house with him. So like I said, I live in America, and I usually go back home for the holidays because I serve in the orphanage over there. And so I when I got there to my mom's house, my mom was even shocked too, seeing me with the baby, like in
Yeah.
the middle of the night, like, "You come with a baby, Jimmy? What are
Yeah.
you doing? Where are you going with that baby?" And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, someone left him in the trash, and I picked him up." My mom was like, "Really?" I said, "Well, we gotta do something for him. We gotta help him." And
Yeah.
yes, he was like, "Okay, we're gonna help him." And my mom helped me uh, clean him and bathe him, and make sure that he was okay. And after that, we took him to the doctor that
Right.
night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Wow.
Was he, I mean, he would be fine, right? He just needed to be treated for the fire ants and
Fire ants, of course. And then I have
yeah.
a friend who is a nurse. She lives in the neighborhood. So we took him there, and we used some type of lotion to
Mm-hmm.
ease the pain and the thing that he had on
Hmm.
his body. So, and after that, and the next day, we took him to the doctor.
Wow. Wow.
Mhm.
What age was the baby when you found him?
So he was about 3 to 4 months old.
Oh
Oh,
boy. Okay.
so
Yeah.
really little.
Wow.
Wow.
Mhm, mhm,
Wow.
Mhm.
mhm.
So Did you think that was going to be the end of this story, or and what clicked in your brain thinking made you think that you wanted to become more of a permanent person in this baby's life?
Oh, I didn't think. I thought it was the end of it. Like, really, I saved him. I didn't think that I was gonna become his legal guardian or anything like that. So I had to alert the police. So I called them and told them that, oh, I found the baby and this is what happened, da da da. And so, I didn't want to be in trouble. I picked him up
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to follow the legal process in order to protect him. So when the police came and they came and investigate, and they also came with a judge of peace. That's how they call him in Haiti. And they
Mm-hmm.
went to the place and investigate and made sure that the baby was really left abandoned.
Right.
So I thought they was just gonna take the baby from me, and that was it. So the judge asked me a question saying like, Jimmy, I can see your heart for children. So as you know, there are a lot of kids. They happen to be on the streets. They have a high chance of becoming gang members, things like that. So would you be willing to be his legal guardian? So I was
Wow.
shocked. I was just there. I'm still in school. Asking me a question like that, it was tough for me to even answer. And I told him that I'm gonna think about it because I didn't even know what I was gonna do with my life, and then
Right.
be asking
Sure.
me a question like that, like you said. I thought it was the end of it, really. So
Yeah.
I said, let me think about it and see if I can come up with a decision. I've been having some sleepless nights, thinking about, the decision making process. And, I've been wanting to be part of something great. And to me, that was the moment. I said, I'm just
Mm-hmm.
going to take a leap of faith by saying yes, even though I didn't know what I was going to do. So I said yes. But it was tough for me.
That had to be. I mean, here you were living in the US, only home for a short, you thought for a short period, right? And then
Yeah, yeah,
this
still in
happens.
school. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Still in school
Wow.
and, always struggling financially and things like that.
Yeah. I
Wow.
remember being a poor undergraduate. I remember that. I think a
Mhm.
lot of us can relate to
Sure.
that,
Oh,
but
yes. Oh,
at
yes.
least,
Hmm.
we were, going to school really close to home,
Hmm.
when
Yeah.
that happened to
Yeah.
us, that's wow.
What was your mom's reaction when you told her that you decided to become the legal guardian?
But my mom was also the reason why I made the decision, because I wasn't gonna be there to take care of him because I had to come back. I have to go back to school, and my mom was like, "Okay, I'm gonna help you," But I told her that you raised me, and I made that decision, and you're gonna be raising my kid. That's going to be tough on you, and then she
Yeah.
was fine with it, and I'm so grateful for her.
Oh, that's
Oh.
wonderful.
Do you have other siblings?
I do. So I do. I have two other brothers.
Cool.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Just amazing. So I imagine it was probably tough to come back to the States and to leave this baby
Oh,
behind, with your mom.
oh, yes, he was like a mix of feelings, of emotions, like a roller coaster of emotions. Like, just met him, and I became connected to him. It was tough. It was really hard for me to leave him there, and
Hmm.
also I didn't even think that I was gonna come back too, because they had me pay a lot of money. Like, I thought it was gonna be just easy to sign the legal guardian papers, and I had to go to court, send a bunch of papers, and I had to spend some of my money, the money that
Right.
I had to cover to pay for school. It was hard, but at the end, I had help to come back to the States.
That's great.
Excellent.
Wow.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, were you the one that came up with the name for the baby?
Oh, yes. I've been thinking about names to give him, and uh I came up with Emilio because it's a strong name, and also Angel. He has three names, actually, three first names. Emilio, Angel, Jeremiah, because in the Bible, like,
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah.
for the plans that I have for you, plan to prosper. So I'm sure there is a plan for him. God has a plan for him, for sure.
Wonderful. Oh
Amazing.
boy. So what happens next? And were you at all scared that like his parents might show up, his birth parents might resurface?
But but I was hoping they would show up because I didn't really know what was going on really because I had to do that. I had to do what I had to do when nobody else wanted to do it because at the
Right.
moment I had to do it, you know.
Right.
So
Hmm.
as I've learned, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. So he
Right.
Yep.
was
Yeah.
crying, he was dying, and I had to do something, so I did it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if his parents showed up and said, "Oh, this is my baby," I know they were gonna be, asking me a lot of questions too. Even the police, the judge said that if the parents came, let us know, and so they could get arrested for what they did.
Right.
So
Sure.
Right.
I think
Yeah.
maybe there is a reason why they didn't show up too. They
Yeah.
know that they were gonna be in trouble.
Mm.
Right.
Mhm.
So how did you develop your relationship with Emilio being, in the States and him back in Haiti?
So since I found him, it was in 2018, like from 2017 to 2018. Like I said before, I usually go back home
Mm-hmm.
to serve in the orphanage. So from 2018, I went back. I think in the summer, I saw him. We had fun together. We played
Hmm.
together. That's why you can see that we have a lot of pictures together. I don't know if you
Yep.
guys
Yes.
saw, yeah, the
Yeah.
pictures that we have together. So from 2018 and 2019. So I saw him since 2019, but it's hard. It's been like 4 years almost.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but I've always wanted to go back. It's just the instability, political instability in Haiti right now. Violence
Right.
and
Hmm.
gangs
Hmm.
that makes it really hard for me to even go back. I'm hoping to bring him here. My
Right.
mom and Emilio. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Excellent. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh,
D- how does he address your mom? Does he call her grandmother?
Oh
Like
yeah. Oh
grandma?
yes.
Oh,
Yeah. He called her grandmother.
oh,
Uh
that's great.
huh. Oh yeah.
and I guess he calls you dad.
Oh yes. Oh dad. Yeah. He always calls. Yeah. That's what. Yeah.
That's great.
Mhm.
Now, when we were reading about your story, the last article I saw was from over a year ago or about a year ago, and the story wasn't quite finished. The adoption wasn't finalized. Has anything changed with that?
No, he hasn't finalized yet.
Mm.
Because Haiti still hasn't stable yet. Yeah,
Right.
Hmm.
like violence and most of the offices are closed.
Hmm.
So we're still waiting, and hopefully, I can get it done.
Right.
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 Well, it's good that, I mean, conversely, it sounds like they're content with your mother being, there and taking care of him. And,
Mhm,
so that
mhm,
part is
mhm.
at least good. Like,
Yes.
it's like, well,
Yeah.
if they won't finalize things, at least they're not trying to take him away
Right.
from that
No.
situation,
No. No. No.
Good.
What are the biggest challenges of bringing them to the States?
The biggest challenge is it's for the visa for them. That's to me that's the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's it pretty much because I've
Yeah.
been
Okay.
trying. I've already applied for them. There is a humanitarian program. The president just announced a couple of months ago,
Hmm.
and I applied for them. But we're still waiting. So
Right.
hopefully we can
Good.
get something. They can come to the state soon.
Sure.
Good.
Sure.
Mhm,
Are
mhm.
you still in school?
I'm planning on going back in the fall.
Okay.
Oh,
Great.
Mhm,
good.
And
mhm, mhm.
what are you studying? What are you hoping to do as a career?
I'm studying communications right now, like electronic media.
Okay.
Oh,
But what I would love to do is, the same things that I've been doing, the things I'm really passionate about, which is helping others, having an orphanage that incorporates health and wellness, helping those
hmm,
kids have an education, and things like that.
that's amazing. I
Mhm.
mean, I don't know how much you know of my story, but I was adopted as an infant,
Yeah.
and I was adopted when I was 2 months old, so I only spent 2 months of my life in an orphanage. But my parents were very supportive of those orphanages because they, saw what value it brought to me. Because when I was born, I wasn't completely well, And it seems that the orphanages took really good care of me during those first 2 months. So, you know,
Yeah.
that I
Wow,
love that part of your story. I can really relate
Yeah,
to that.
thank
I
you,
mean, it's
thank you too for sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's so
that's so
touching.
deep. That's so deep and profound, really.
Yeah.
And it really touched me when I was, reading about your story about, your passion for helping children, helping orphans. Where did that come from? Because you've been working with orphans since you were a kid, essentially, right?
Oh, since I was really young, really, I would say at the age of 14, 15, I've been volunteering at orphanages in
Mm,
Haiti, been having like camps, bring joy to the kids, like dance, yeah, I've been doing that for quite some time.
cool.
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent.
It became really a passion of me.
Yeah.
hmm
That's wonderful. Yeah.
Hmm.
What are some of your favorite things about Emilio?
You love to dance, like me. I love dancing. Um, my favorite thing about him is that he always calls me asking me for stuff, and I'm so proud of the fact that he can call somebody and be asking for stuff.
Yeah.
And that's also was the reason why I said, let me adopt him. Let me give that a sense of family, a sense of home, because he
Right.
needs someone that he can call anytime that can be there for him. So
Hmm.
I love that. And you would say, "Oh, Dad, I want a tablet. I want a bicycle. I want a car, things
Of
like that."
course.
Right.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I want new clothes. I want new shoes. Yeah.
Wow.
Just like a kid, huh? Yeah.
Yep.
Just like a kid. Yeah. And then he loves music. He loves playing his guitar.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So he's got to be 5 now? I was just
So
trying to
it's
do the math.
almost six. So
Okay.
he's gonna turn six in August next month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Did you have to help choose a birth date for him?
Oh yes,
Yep.
I had to.
It's
Uh-huh.
not uncommon in that sort of
Mhm,
scenario,
mhm, mhm,
How would
mhm.
anybody be able to pinpoint, an
Yeah,
exact
yeah.
date? Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
just out of curiosity, what is his birth date? Because I'm
Oh,
an August baby.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to be August 31st.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Uh-huh.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Wonderful.
Uh-huh.
Excellent. Mm.
Yeah.
Just such a heartwarming story. We were talking about your story earlier today, and it's just
Mhm.
like, wow. Kendall's like, I love being able to tell stories with happy endings. And you're the happier part of your ending is still to come, but I think we're confident that it's going to get there. I mean, if
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's yeah, I think it's going to happen, and anything we can do to help, please let us know. Feel free to reach out.
For
If we need to
sure.
write a letter or whatever we need to do, we're happy to do it.
Of course,
Yeah.
definitely. Oh, thank you very much. I would
Yeah.
really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
And we want to reconnect with you and see, tell the rest of the story,
Of
Right.
course.
Right. Yeah.
when you get him and when you get your mom and him to, move to the state. I mean, these are all just wonderful things to come,
Yeah,
For
I
yeah,
sure.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
I really can't wait for that.
I
Yeah.
bet. I
Absolutely.
bet.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story. It's great, and like I said, we want to keep in touch and keep up with your journey.
Of course, of course, and thank you guys too for inviting me. And it's really a wonderful story. Even me, I feel touched by it. Really, I've never
Yeah.
thought like a million years from now I was gonna do something like that.
Right.
And when the world says that, they can be a little kinder. You know.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. That's
yeah,
that's what it's
Hmm.
all
and
about.
yeah, and also
It's
I'm glad the fact that I get the opportunity to transform his life from being abandoned in the trash to being a wonderful treasure. Really,
Right.
right.
anything I can
Yeah.
do, I'll do it.
It's
And
Wow. I mean, it's one thing and it's wonderful to volunteer at orphanages and things, but this is such a much more personal step, that you're
absolutely
taking.
life changing.
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Amazing. Well, it's
This has been the most significant shift in my life, and I love it. It
yeah.
has come with a lot of challenges, also blessings.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful story, and you're a beautiful soul. So thank
Yeah.
you so much.
thank you, thank you.
All
Really
right.
appreciate it.
If we could
Thank you.
get you to hang on for just a sec.
Let me push. There's our
Yeah.
our app